today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. As we get a peek at their dynamic signal caller hailing from Mississippi State, it's Dak Prescott.
One thing he does very well, he takes care of the football. Had 176 pass attempts to start his career without an interception. That's the most in NFL history. And finished his rookie year, 23 touchdown passes and only 4 interceptions.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down. Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 88 yards, and a touchdown.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week. They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
At their own 12-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
something
well,
else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And down he'll go at the 25. 7 yards there and a first down. The numbers a week ago for Kupp. 4 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A throw over the middle, taken in. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Complete to Van.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Browns' 46-yard.
Prescott yet again. Open man, Higbee, the tight end.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Prescott from the gun into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson, and the return will stop right around the 25.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Rolling to his right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1.
Thomas Morstead.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yards that time on the punt, and the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense, and the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
To put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Prescott on 1st down. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Van Jefferson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And this is their 3rd drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a 2nd drive, no 1st down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what kind of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Minshew sets to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Minshew on 1st and 10. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. Oh, fighting off the defender.
Number 24.
The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Now Minshew. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun is Minshew. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Set to go again. Here's Cam Akers in the L.A. offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Rams on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the...
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now throwing on first down and completing it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Robert Woods. A 6-yard...
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Well, the second down throw on target and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
24-yard gain on the play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, down at the 31. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Los Angeles.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Dancing to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll look to run with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown.
Touchdown.
Cam Akers, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, Minshew to throw. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And, oh, this is Beckham remaining down on the ground. And apparently in some pain. Throwing on first down is Minshew. While the training staff works on him, they'll step aside and be right back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And Minshew going to get him to the line quickly. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw it, Minshew. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 23 yards, the final tally. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Zadarius Smith able to get him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
They run it again with Chubb. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
7 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. He needed 2. He got 1. And that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Looking underneath, he's got Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To Cam Akers.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, End up going to the running back out of the backfield. He picks up a back-breaking first down.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And again, it's Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there and a first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And some concerns caused him to slip to the 5th round. I guess if you're him, the good news is you kind of flew under the radar. Maybe expectations are low. You can come in and prove something.
And a lot to prove because those off-field concerns that creep in on you, you want to prove that they're all wrong, that they don't matter, that you are a much better player than what people picked you.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Minshew. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Minshew looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Off play action, it's Minshew. He'll buy some time right. And that's going to be caught from Browns. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Prescott from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this will be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
A second down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
Prescott's pass.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play that time out of Chubb. 53 yards on that last run. He's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
On 2nd and goal, Minshew toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
56, 56. Quit talking about it and bring it. Hey, watch it. Based on talent. Press down. Watch twins.
A run for Nick Chubb, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. Here comes an important one now for Austin Seibert. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Obviously a big 1st down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Right side complete. That's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
Myles Garrett. Gardner Minshew sacked.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Browns, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for LA, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,